A few episodes ago, I reviewed the Nissan 350Z, and man, I was astounded of how beautiful this car actually is. A true sports car with 2 seats, front mid-engine, and rear-wheel drive. And man, just listen to that VQ35 roar. Oh, that sound! In my opinion, the 350Z is timeless. Well, until in 2008 when this came out to replace it. Nissan 370Z, a two-door sports car released by Nissan back in 2009 to replace the Nissan 350Z. Unlike the Nissan GTR, the Nissan 370Z kept it traditional with 2 seats, an engine mounted as center as possible. Mind you, no turbo, rear-wheel drive. And of course, it's gotta have the looks to match. Ah, damn, I could just eat you. They say that the 370Z is basically a 350Z, but everything improved. And that's not such a bad thing. You see, what Nissan did here is take all the good bits of the 350Z and keep it here and improve it. Driving ergonomics is much better. And the gauge cluster still follows the steering rack wherever it goes. Yeah, I like that. It may be common these days, especially with Chinese cars, but only true sports cars deserve this kind of actuation in the gauge cluster. Ah, finally, the steering wheel is much better. Still not telescopic though. The interior design is what I'd call familiar. But as you can see here, the 370Z interior is still much more modern. It's also worth noting that Nissan has covered the interior of the 370Z with soft touch leather compared to the 350Z's plastic. The 370Z also has cup holders and a modular cup holder like this one. More room for your starbs, bro! Let's talk pods. This one on the left is the 350Z's info display, where you can monitor MPGs, adjust the shift light, etc, etc. In the middle, you got oil temperature, and on the rightmost, you got the battery voltage. While on the 370Z, that info display got moved to the gauge cluster on the left side. So what's left of the pods? Well, I'll tell ya. On the leftmost, you got the oil temperature, in the middle, the battery voltage, and the right side, a clock. As I mentioned, one of the improvements the 370Z has is the interior quality. The door panel is covered in suede and soft touch leather, but they still kept the door handle and the aircon vent that you have in the 350Z. They also kept the vertical door handle. I'm a big fan. And it still has the same chicks. Heck yeah, I love this feature. Next is the luggage space. I remembered when Fran and I tried to fit an electric scooter at the back of a 350Z. It actually fit, but it was quite a challenge because of the rear tower brace. Here on the 370Z though, you'll still see the same strut tower, but they moved the brace all the way to the front, which means you have more room for your bullshit. All that practicality in a smaller package. The 370Z is shorter, lower, thicker, which means it's got way better handling than the 350Z if we're comparing them stock to stock. Moving on to performance, the first thing I noticed is how the 370Z has quad piston brake calipers while the 350Z has the pailang spec single piston sliding brake caliper. We go to the front to see the beating heart of this beast. This is the VQ37HR. It's quite literally the 350Z's engine but improved in every way. It's got 332 horsepower and 366 Nm torque, which is in retrospect more than you need. At this point, I just want to stop comparing the two Z's and just appreciate this one. Let's talk about this 370Z. This 370Z on a Muse body kits. So sexy. And it's original, handcrafted in Japan by Powerhouse Amuse. Handcrafted. The exhaust system from Meister Shaft gives me the tingles. The tingles. The Amuse carbon fiber wing puts Honda boys to shame. Carbon Lodi. It's called the Amuse R1 Titan. Vestito. Vestito. Just when you think that 370Z couldn't get any sexier. Itadakimasu. Apart from the 370Z's normal quirks, there's also upgrades here. Apart from the aforementioned Amuse body kits, there's also these Recaro seats. And mind you, they are reclinable and comfortable. This Volk Race 57 FXX wheels, which I'm not really a fan of. Double K&N air filters on both sides of the intake. And of course,
Pre, tingnan mo tong spoiler. Carbon Lodi. Carbon Lodi.
the 370Z overall, I'd say, is an awesome car. But even awesome cars have their share of problems. Going back to this VQ37 engine, it is known for having oil cooling issues. So a lot of 370Z owners would install aftermarket oil coolers, and it seems to solve the issue pretty well. The second one is how unbelievable a second-hand 370Z costs. Still costing at around 1.7 to 2 million pesos. That's just unbelievable. A brand new manual 370Z costs 2.3 million. So if you see a second-hand 370Z for more than 1.5 M, I suggest just walk away. It's drive time. Okay, something about the Amuse body kits. They may be beautiful, but it's not that practical. It must be a hassle driving like this every day. Alright, so we're here in Green Hills San Juan traffic. Bro, how much kilometers per liter are we having here?
2.9.
Wow.
Very good.
Fuel efficient.
Very fuel efficient.
Yeah. That's not thirsty at all. Alright. So yeah, we're stuck in traffic and I'm starting to notice a little something with this car. My left leg is getting hot. This transmission tunnel is pretty hot. Is it just me?
It's really hot.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, there's some heat going out from this part of the transmission tunnel. Yeah. Just food for thought.
What?
Alright, bro. How bad are we doing right now?
Right now, 2.
Bruh. 50 liters. 50 liters per 100 kilometers. Man, that's bad. Luckily though, we found ourselves in Skyway Stage 3 and just cruise around above the Metro Manila traffic. So when I use the paddle shifters, do I just...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that is... Okay, that is nice. It's not that the transmission is bad or anything, but it felt... What surprises me though is how don't get me wrong though, shifting was responsive, but it's neither smooth nor quick. Let's try gunning it here. Ah, for an NA engine, it just felt so potent. The torque, you can feel it real time, and it's just something that a small engine with a turbo won't give you.
Lord, we have popos on our ass.
Hala, here comes the popos, pare. Overall, I enjoyed my time with the 370Z. Not gonna lie, this is one of the best cars I have reviewed. And it's a true sports car that can do this right out of the factory. At the end of the day, whether you buy one or not, the Nissan 370Z is a great car and definitely a future legend. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Special thanks again to Christian Yee for lending us his 370Z for the day. What an awesome guy. So for now, adios, amigos.
Ang tagal? Ba't ang tagal naman ito camera mo? Ano